I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to let this one do its own talking. I know Bobby Saba's out there happy that I finally found one. And like I told you, brother, I'll run them down. When I see a nice one, you know, I've not been here tonight 15 minutes. And I looked over the parking lot and saw these two cars sitting here. And I said, I got to go try to shoot those if I can. Now, I just met these folks. Actually, there's a black one here. And that's Roy's car, and then there's a yellow one that's next to it. So we're gonna take a look at Roy's car first, and then we'll get over to that one. He seems to be tied up right now. I'll let him finish his conversation. But man, what a straight car. Roy, tell me, what year is that?
73.
73. Is it an original Z-28?
Yes, it's original. I've had it 5 years. Been working on it for 5 years now.
Now there's a book on this car, a scrapbook on this car.
Yes.
Do you have it with you?
Yes.
Let's see it. Let's start there. Folks, you have to excuse me. Sometimes I walk up to people, as you can tell, I walk up to people and just start a conversation. Roy I've met several weeks ago, and now the whole thing's coming back to me. You know how that is? And wait till you see. Roy is one of the first people that I saw that bought a car, I believe, for a VIN number. But let me show you what Ray has done to this Camaro. Here is... What I want you to do, Ray, is just point to the pictures kind of slowly and tell me what... This is obviously when it came home on a trailer.
Yes, that's the day it came home, 2005.
Folks, look at that. That was his dream car. He saw all the potential in the world in that, all right? Yeah, look at that. Look at the potential right there. The potential to weld.
Huh? It was a little rusty.
Go ahead. Let me see that.
It's got the original motor and transmission.
So the numbers match on the car?
Yes.
Okay. And that's a 350 in it?
Yes, it's
okay.
L82.
All right. Have you done any work to that?
Actually, yes, I have. It's built, but I just put another motor in it. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
No. Oh, we'll get up there. Don't worry. I wanted to bring him here. Usually I find out about a scrapbook later, but like I said, Roy started coming back to me, so I knew this scrapbook existed on this car. And you can see, I mean, we're talking about quarter panels, you know. Just again, wait till you see. This isn't even, I think these things get worse. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I mean, here you got the subframe out.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it the rear?
This is the rear. This is
rear.
Trunk pan.
Truck pan.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking good there. It's about good.
Panels, quarter.
Look at that. Now look at over here.
Subframe. So.
Can you all see that? Look at that. Huh? I mean, the car was in pieces. I mean, you just took it apart. Here the new parts are coming in. Go ahead.
It's going back together.
You can see where you put the rear quarters back on it. Welded them in here. See, what you can tell by this car in this photo album, folks, is that Roy is a glutton for punishment. Okay? As nice as Roy seems, I think he might have something wrong with him, to be honest with you, because you see what he did to this car, and then he decided he had to have it black. You know, I mean, a man does this kind of work, and he can go back white, he can go back a lot of colors, but he went back black. Roy, brother, go ahead. Seats are all out of it. All knew that. All right, so now we're getting to finished work. Let's take a look at the real car, because I think now, yeah, we got enough of that, because that showed us where the car came from. Let's go around to this front end, Roy, where the motor's at. You said you put a new motor in it.
Yeah. Well, what I've done, I took the original motor and transmission out, and this is a 454 I put in.
Of course, you kept the other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a 454 in here now.
And it's 5-speed trimming.
Wow. How many horsepower do you think it's getting?
Well, actually, it's stroked 489, so it's over 600 foot-pounds of torque and over 500 horsepower.
That's 500 horsepower and over 600 pounds of torque, folks. Yeah. You talk about something that's got to be fun to drive, brother.
Yes.
I mean, it'll just, turn itself sideways at the thought. I would think.
Yeah, second gear, you don't want to goose it too hard in second gear.
Right? Huh. Absolutely, it'll just roast the tires off of it. But, you know, I mean, this is kind of a situation where handling and things like that were starting to come around. We're not talking about a 60s car that wouldn't, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, they didn't have the brakes that we have now, but you know, things weren't as bad. So, you know, to take this car and just drive it with the 350 in it, hey, everything's all right. But to crank it up to 500 horse and a 454. What'd I tell you about Roy, folks? See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I tell the truth now. So, let's keep looking around. Let me see this interior. What are you running on the backs there?
I've got the original wheels. These are American Racing. They're 17, about 10 and a half, I believe.
10 and a half. That's the question. How long have you had the car?
I've had it 5 years.
5 years. And you always wanted a Z-28, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had one before this one?
No, this is my first Z-28. Well, it's not my first Camaro. It's my first Z-28, though.
How many Camaros have you had?
3.
Really?
Had a 75 and bought a new one in 02.
Yeah, I had a 84. So it was one before that generation. You don't have the 02 anymore? No. So you've always liked Camaros?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you always raised in a bow tie family and all? Yeah, me too. But I drive a Ford today. Doesn't make Dad the happiest until he drove the car, and now he seems to think it's all right. Folks, let me tell you what. I don't know. I'd say I don't know if there's a finer one around, but there happens to be a yellow one sitting next door that, from all appearances, it seems to be just as nice a car. And we're going to get over and meet that gentleman and take a look at the car. Roy, I really appreciate you showing us your ride, brother. I mean, that's as nice as you're going to find. Let's just put it that way. If somebody says there's a nicer one, so be it, but I guarantee it's not nicer. So, anyways, I sure appreciate your time, and thanks so much.